What if humanity's first contact with an alien empire wasn't a moment of peace? Imagine waking up to news that strange signals had been detected from the far reaches of space. At first, they were just faint pulses of light, rhythmic and organized, unlike anything nature could produce. Scientists believed it might be a distant star or a new cosmic phenomenon, but soon the signals grew stronger, more deliberate. It became clear this was not a natural occurrence. Something or someone was reaching out. Telescopes and satellites locked onto the source, and what they saw was breathtaking and terrifying. Massive ships, each the size of cities, were closing in on the outer edges of our solar system. Their designs were unlike anything seen before. Sleek, metallic structures glowing with an eerie light. Some thought it was a miracle, a sign that we were not alone. Others feared the worst. As the alien fleet approached, humanity was filled with a mix of awe and dread. Were they here to make contact or to conquer? Governments held emergency meetings, and the world's greatest minds worked tirelessly to decipher the signals. But the aliens gave no explanations, only silence, followed by their unstoppable advance. Across the planet, emotions ran high. People gathered around screens, watching live broadcasts of the incoming ships. Social media exploded with theories, prayers, and panic. Some viewed the aliens as gods, others as invaders. Protests and celebrations filled the streets, but beneath it all, one question echoed: what do they want? In the midst of uncertainty, human ships were sent to intercept the fleet. Pilots stared out at the massive alien vessels, feeling small and powerless. Despite the fear, they were prepared to defend Earth if necessary. This was humanity's first encounter with a force beyond comprehension. The Galactic Empire had arrived, and the fate of our world was about to change forever. Humanity's first attempts at communication were met with silence. Desperate to avoid conflict, Earth's leaders sent messages in every known language, along with mathematical patterns and peaceful symbols. But the alien ships remained unresponsive, hovering like silent giants in the void. Then, without warning, a broadcast echoed across all frequencies. The Galactic Empire had spoken, not in words of peace, but in declarations of dominance. Their message was clear. Humanity was insignificant, a primitive species unworthy of negotiation. The transmission was cold, calculated, and absolute. On Earth, panic spread like wildfire. Governments struggled to maintain order as the public demanded answers. News channels replayed the alien broadcast endlessly, fueling fear and confusion. People questioned whether Earth's defenses could withstand an invasion, or if surrender was the only option. Meanwhile, human ships remained stationed near the alien fleet, their crews tense and ready for the worst. Every second felt like an eternity as Earth awaited the next move. Would the aliens attack, or was there still hope for diplomacy? The galaxy held its breath as humanity prepared for what might be its final stand. In the face of an existential threat, world leaders convened emergency meetings at the United Nations. Tensions ran high as nations debated their options. Some pushed for immediate diplomacy, hoping to reason with the alien empire. Others demanded swift military action, unwilling to risk waiting for an attack. Alliances formed quickly, uniting longtime rivals under the banner of survival. Major powers agreed to pool resources, sharing technology and intelligence. Scientists and engineers worked around the clock, analyzing alien signals and preparing Earth's defenses. To ensure a unified front, the Earth Defense Council was established, a global organization tasked with coordinating strategy and operations. Military leaders planned defensive positions, while diplomats drafted messages of peace. Despite the efforts for unity, divisions persisted. Protests erupted, both for peace and war, while underground groups called for surrender to avoid annihilation. Meanwhile, militaries mobilized fleets and satellites, ready to respond at a moment's notice. The world stood on edge. Would diplomacy save humanity, or would this new alliance be forced into a war it could not win? Time was running out, and the fate of Earth hung in the balance. With tensions at their peak, humanity shifted into full-scale military preparation. Space fleets were mobilized, and planetary defenses were reinforced. Nations diverted resources to develop advanced technologies, creating weapons capable of countering the alien threat. Scientists upgraded nuclear warheads and deployed powerful railgun systems capable of firing projectiles at incredible speeds. Laser defense grids were installed in orbit, forming a protective barrier around Earth. New armored spacecraft, equipped with cutting-edge technology, were launched into space to stand guard. Cyber warfare divisions focused on intercepting and disrupting alien communication networks. Teams worked tirelessly to decode encrypted signals, searching for weaknesses in the enemy's systems. Hackers launched digital probes, testing the aliens' defenses and gathering critical intelligence. Despite the rapid mobilization, fear lingered. Humanity's weapons were powerful, but against an empire that spanned the stars, no one knew if they would be enough. Yet, in the face of overwhelming odds, humanity refused to surrender. The world prepared for war, determined to defend its home and prove its worth among the stars. As the alien fleet loomed closer, emotions across the planet reached a boiling point. Panic spread through cities as people scrambled for supplies, built bunkers, and prepared for the unknown. News reports of riots and looting flooded the airwaves, while social media became a battlefield of opinions and fears. Doomsday cults began to emerge, preaching the end of humanity and urging followers to prepare for divine judgment. At the same time, underground peace movements called for surrender, believing cooperation with the aliens was the only path to survival. Others went even further, forming groups to worship the extraterrestrials, seeing them as gods or saviors. In response, governments launched propaganda campaigns to calm fears and inspire hope. Posters of united soldiers and space fleets filled city streets, reminding humanity to stand strong. Broadcasts highlighted acts of heroism and unity, pushing back against the chaos. Despite the fear and divisions, stories of courage and resilience began to surface. Volunteers joined relief efforts, scientists worked tirelessly, and communities came together to prepare for the worst. The world was scared, but it was not broken. Humanity's spirit burned brighter than ever, even as the shadow of war loomed overhead. As the massive fleet of the Galactic Empire edges closer to Earth, humanity's final line of defense is put to the test. Human scouts, stationed at the farthest reaches of the solar system, are the first to spot the alien vessels. These ships are like nothing humanity has ever seen: sleek, powerful, and deadly. The scouts immediately send distress signals, warning of the impending invasion, but it's already too late. The alien fleet is upon them. The first clash happens at the edge of the solar system, far from Earth, where a small group of human ships, mostly outdated and lightly armed, attempt to intercept the much larger alien force. The human fleet is outgunned and outclassed in every way. The alien ships are equipped with advanced energy weapons, shields, and faster-than-light technology, that leave humanity's best efforts seeming futile. In mere moments, the first human vessels are destroyed or disabled, their crews wiped out without mercy. Despite the overwhelming force of the aliens, humanity doesn't give up. The surviving human ships regroup and try to adopt guerrilla tactics, smaller, faster attacks aimed at exploiting the weaknesses of the alien ships. They use the asteroid belts as cover, hiding behind rocks and debris to launch surprise ambushes. The human fleet is scattered, with only a few ships managing to avoid being caught by the aliens' superior sensors. For a while, these small victories seem to give the human forces hope. They manage to take out a few alien scouts and damage a few ships, but the aliens, with their advanced technology and better coordination, quickly recover. The humans' tactics, hit and run, sabotage, and surprise, inflict minor damage, but the scale of the conflict is far beyond their control. The aliens' numbers and power are simply too great. With each engagement, the humans lose more ground. The aliens are not just overwhelming in their firepower, but their ships move with an eerie precision. Every move is calculated, every strike deadly. The humans are brave, but their outdated ships and limited resources make their survival difficult. Some human commanders urge retreat, but others refuse to back down, knowing that Earth's future depends on the outcome of this battle. The skirmish at the solar system's edge marks a crucial moment for humanity. They're not completely defeated, but they are outclassed. As the battle rages on, the human fleet begins to splinter. The fight turns into a desperate attempt to delay the inevitable, to slow the Empire's progress long enough for humanity to find a way to fight back. But with each passing hour, it becomes clear. Humanity's strength lies not in raw power, but in their ability to resist, adapt, and fight with every ounce of courage they have. As the alien ships push forward, humanity faces the reality that this battle, though hard fought, is just the beginning. They may have inflicted small victories, but the Empire's overwhelming technological superiority means that the fight is far from over. The first engagement leaves humanity with no illusions. They must find a way to level the playing field, or they will be crushed under the weight of the Empire's might. The clock is ticking, and the true war is just beginning. After the disastrous first engagement, humanity faces a grim reality. The Galactic Empire's massive fleet is now positioned just beyond Earth's orbit, and they are not merely looking to destroy humanity, they want to control it. The Empire sends a chilling message across the stars, delivered through a direct broadcast to Earth. Their ultimatum is simple: surrender, servitude, or extinction. The leader of the Galactic Empire, a cold and calculating figure, gives humanity three options. They can surrender and live under the Empire's rule, serving as a lesser species in a galaxy dominated by the Empire, or they can resist and face total annihilation. The third option, one of extinction, is not just a threat, it's a promise. The Empire's military might is so overwhelming that humanity's survival depends entirely on their ability to submit. As the message echoes across the planet, the world's leaders gather in emergency meetings to discuss their response. The situation is dire. Earth's military is in tatters after the first skirmish, and the technology of the Galactic Empire is light years ahead of anything humanity can offer. Many world leaders, terrified of the Empire's power, begin to advocate for surrender, believing that the survival of humanity depends on avoiding further bloodshed. They argue that submission would preserve Earth's population, allowing humanity to survive under the Empire's control, though in a diminished form. However, not everyone agrees. A growing movement of rebels, both military and civilian, begins to rise up. These rebels refuse to bow to the Empire's demands. Led by passionate and idealistic individuals, they push for an all-out war against the alien invaders, believing that humanity's spirit and freedom are worth fighting for, no matter the cost. They argue that if humanity surrenders, they will lose not only their independence, but their very humanity. The rebels call for resistance, pushing for a unified global front against the Empire's demands. The world is divided. Some see the rebels as hopeless dreamers, fighting a battle they can never win. They fear that rejecting the Empire's offer will only lead to humanity's extinction. Others, fueled by pride and a refusal to live under alien rule, rally behind the idea of all-out rebellion. The debate reaches a boiling point, with each side accusing the other of doom and destruction. Amid this turmoil, humanity's leaders face an impossible choice: compromise with the Empire and hope for a future under their rule, or rebel and risk the total destruction of the human race. The tension is palpable, with the fate of the planet hanging in the balance. Time is running out, and every decision will have consequences. If humanity chooses rebellion, it means facing an overwhelming enemy with limited resources, but it also means standing up for what is left of their independence and dignity. As the world watches, the final decision is made. The rebels, with the support of key leaders, push for an all-out war, declaring that humanity will not submit to foreign rule. The war may cost them everything, but it is a risk they are willing to take. With this declaration, humanity officially rejects the Empire's demands, setting the stage for an epic battle between an entire species and a galactic empire determined to bring them to heel. The fate of humanity now rests on the outcome of this fight. Either they will be crushed by the Empire, or they will rise to fight for their survival and their freedom. But one thing is certain: the resistance is only beginning, and the struggle for humanity's future is far from over. After rejecting the Galactic Empire's demands and choosing rebellion, humanity's fate hangs in the balance. Outnumbered, outgunned, and with their cities already under threat, the human race faces an almost impossible challenge. But in the face of extinction, humanity's greatest strength, its ingenuity, begins to shine. In hidden labs across the globe, teams of the brightest scientists, engineers, and military experts work day and night to find a way to fight back. The key lies in the wreckage of alien ships that were captured during the first engagement. Though damaged, the alien technology that remains is unlike anything humanity has ever seen. The reverse engineering process begins, and after weeks of relentless work, a breakthrough occurs. Scientists are able to decipher the complex systems of the alien ships. They manage to replicate some of the advanced technology, creating new, far superior human spacecraft. These ships are equipped with alien-style energy shields, faster propulsion systems, and advanced weaponry, capable of matching the Empire's most formidable forces. It's a monumental achievement, one that sparks a glimmer of hope across the globe. Humanity now has the means to fight back. But the real game changer comes when scientists make an even more crucial discovery. As they continue to study the alien technology, they uncover weaknesses in the Empire's seemingly invincible machines. The alien ships, though powerful, are not immune to all forms of attack. The first breakthrough is a vulnerability in the alien communications network. Humanity's top hackers, working alongside the military, develop sophisticated cyber attacks that can disrupt the alien fleet's coordination. By infiltrating their systems, they can disable ships or make them temporarily malfunction, creating openings in the enemy's defenses. The next discovery comes from studying the alien energy sources. While the Empire's ships rely on highly advanced energy systems, the scientists find that these systems are susceptible to certain types of electromagnetic pulses. With this knowledge, they develop new weapons capable of disrupting the alien power grids, temporarily shutting down entire fleets. By using these EMP-based weapons, humanity can level the playing field, at least for short periods. Finally, a more surprising breakthrough occurs. Humanity discovers that the aliens are biologically vulnerable to certain Earth-based pathogens. While the Empire's technology is formidable, their biology is not entirely invulnerable to Earth's diseases. Using this knowledge, a small team of biologists and military strategists begin developing a biological weapon, a virus that targets the alien species. Though risky and dangerous, this option provides humanity with a potential way to undermine the Empire's forces. Armed with new technology and knowledge of the Empire's weaknesses, humanity begins to make a bold counter-offensive. They launch a series of surprise attacks on isolated alien ships, using their newly developed ships and weapons to cripple the enemy's fleet. The cyber attacks cause chaos within the alien ranks, disrupting their communications and forcing them to retreat temporarily. The EMP weapons disable key ships, leaving them vulnerable to humanity's strikes. For the first time, the tide of the war begins to turn in humanity's favor. While these victories are small, they are significant. The Empire, initially confident of its superiority, is forced to reconsider its strategy. Humanity's resilience, fueled by a new sense of empowerment and technological prowess, gives them hope. The balance of power has shifted, and though the war is far from over, the first signs of victory are visible. Humanity is no longer defenseless. It has found a way to fight back. As the counter-offensive gains momentum, humanity's confidence grows. They know that the struggle is far from over, but now they have the tools, knowledge, and determination to face the Galactic Empire on more equal terms. The fight for survival is intensifying, but humanity is ready to take on the challenge, armed with the science and technology it has borrowed from its alien adversaries. With each passing day, the war between humanity and the Galactic Empire intensifies. After a series of small victories, humanity has found a new rhythm. Coordinated attacks, leveraging their advanced technology and newfound understanding of alien weaknesses, begin to cripple parts of the alien fleet. The once imposing Empire's ships, invincible at the start of the conflict, now face growing resistance. Space battles rage across the solar system as humanity's forces take the fight to the stars. Armed with alien technology, humanity's new fleet, faster, stronger, and more adaptable, begins to strike at the Empire's key military hubs. Each battle is fierce and costly, with both sides taking heavy losses. The alien fleet, once so confident in its superiority, begins to experience serious setbacks. Human ships, previously outclassed, now stand toe-to-toe with the invaders, launching surprise assaults and targeting vulnerable points in the alien ship's defenses. But despite these victories, humanity's survival still hangs by a thread. The Galactic Empire, though shaken, is far from defeated. Their forces are still vast, and they fight back with ruthless precision. The human fleet struggles to hold its ground as the Empire begins to regroup, learning from its earlier mistakes. Some human ships are destroyed in the intense clashes, and the battlefront shifts unpredictably with each passing hour. The future of humanity is uncertain, and the war seems to be teetering on the edge of total annihilation. In a last-ditch effort to prevent complete destruction, diplomatic envoys from Earth make one final attempt at negotiation. Knowing that humanity cannot continue to fight the Empire indefinitely, they send representatives to open a line of communication with the alien leadership. The envoys offer a truce, proposing a peaceful resolution to the conflict. They argue that humanity is not just a force to be reckoned with, but a civilization worthy of coexistence and respect. The envoys appeal to the Empire's logic, offering the possibility of a peaceful settlement, where humanity could retain its sovereignty in exchange for cooperation with the Empire on certain terms. The talks are tense, with both sides standing at the brink of further escalation. The Empire, battered and frustrated by the unexpected resistance, is reluctant to negotiate. Their leader, a being who has never known defeat, is under immense pressure to crush humanity once and for all. But there is also a glimmer of hesitation within the Empire. Some factions within the alien leadership, weary of prolonged conflict and the growing losses, see the potential for a negotiated peace. The envoys continue to press, hoping that the war can be ended without further bloodshed. However, as the negotiations unfold, the situation becomes more complicated. While the diplomats strive for peace, the space battles continue, with human forces pushing forward against the remaining pockets of alien resistance. Humanity, knowing that this could be their only chance to survive, plays a dangerous game. They fight with everything they have, not just to hold their ground, but to prove that they are not a species to be conquered. In the midst of all this, the clock is ticking. The diplomatic envoys have a limited window of time to secure a peace agreement, while the war rages on in the background. Humanity's gamble is risky, continuing to fight while hoping that negotiations will lead to a peaceful resolution could backfire. But they have no other choice. If they lose this gamble, the consequences will be catastrophic. The turning point has come. As space battles continue to rage and humanity's forces push on, the fate of the war and humanity itself hangs in the balance. Will diplomacy succeed in averting total destruction, or will the gamble for survival end in a bloody final showdown? Only time will tell. The war between humanity and the Galactic Empire has reached its final stage. After months of brutal battles and tense negotiations, the fate of Earth hangs in the balance. The outcome will shape humanity's future, but it is more complex than a simple victory or defeat. In a surprising twist, the final outcome is neither a clear win nor a total loss, but a fragile peace that comes at a significant cost. The confrontation between humanity and the Galactic Empire has been nothing short of extraordinary. Against all odds, humanity fought back, showing resilience and determination in the face of overwhelming power. Whether it was through fierce space battles, unexpected scientific breakthroughs, or tense negotiations, humans proved they could stand toe-to-toe with one of the most advanced forces in the galaxy. The outcome, whatever it may be, reflects humanity's unwillingness to simply give up, even when the odds seemed impossible. But now, as the dust settles, we're left to wonder, what would you do if Earth faced such a galactic empire? Would you fight with everything you have, risking it all for the chance of freedom? Or would you surrender, hoping for survival under their rule? Perhaps you would try to negotiate, seeking a peaceful resolution to avoid further destruction. The choices are difficult, and the consequences could be dire. So, what do you think? What would your strategy be if the Galactic Empire landed on Earth tomorrow? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please drop your answers in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed this. And, of course, If you want more thought-provoking scenarios like this one, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more exciting episodes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.